Welcome to this edition of Collier Focus. On today's show, we'll take a look at the Board of County Commissioners meeting. A new Collier Area Transit transfer station is en route to the main government campus. And land is rezoned to clear the way for the Gordon River Greenway Park. I'm Troy Miller. We'll cover these stories and more next on Collier Focus. Stay tuned.
Whether reporting on the latest news stories or hot issues, taking a look at county government services, or announcing what's happening around the county, this is Collier Focus, bringing government home.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, the board approved a $1.4 million Transportation Regional Incentive Program, or TRIP, agreement between the Florida Department of Transportation and the county to fund the construction of a new CAT transfer station at the main county campus. The new facility, which will be located adjacent to the parking garage near the East Trail, will be a state-of-the-art building with displays that will inform riders of bus arrival times and will replace the current transfer facility at the Collier County campus.
If you haven't been there, go to the parking lot next to the museum and you'll see our current facilities, which is essentially tents. We've got some benches and we've got porta-johns for the public. And we are in desperate need of a permanent facility to provide more shelter for the public, provide different amenities for the public, give them the ability to buy transfers or tickets, or and just get general information. We had another item on the agenda that is also regarding the introduction of technology, and coupled with the new facility, we will be able to have monitors that provide information to the public about when the buses are arriving. So, you get there and you see what the schedule is. You're never sure whether or not you've missed the bus. This will help them do better trip planning.
The project is currently in the permitting phase and construction should begin at the start of next year. The Gordon River Greenway Park project is moving forward with the approval of an important rezone by the Board of County Commissioners. The park features water quality systems and passive recreation amenities. The land is owned by the county except for the southern end, which is owned by Conservation Collier. Public Services Administrator Marla Ramsey describes the project.
We have 123 acres that is along the Gordon River that we're going to provide public access in regards to some parking, restroom facilities, picnic pavilions, a playground, a canoe launch, a kayak launch, a couple of bridges over the waterways, a fishing spot, and then asphalted pathways and boardwalks so that you can see the gopher tortoise preserve areas as well as some of the wetland areas that we have. And then it will also provide a bioswale, which will help to treat the water as it comes off the Golden Gate Parkway into our site, and we're actually going to pump it into our site and then cleanse it as it goes through the surface of the mangroves and then back out into the Gordon River Greenway.
The project is currently in the 60% design completion phase, and construction is expected to start in May of 2012. The long-awaited ATV Park is finally moving into high gear. The board voted to create within the Parks and Recreation budget an ATV Park Fund using settlement proceeds from the South Florida Water Management District. In May, the board agreed to a $3 million settlement with the Water District that released the district from providing a suitable location for an ATV park. That commitment stemmed from a 2003 agreement where South Florida Water Management was to provide a 640-acre ATV park in return for the county vacating roadways in the southern Golden Gate Estates area. The next steps to establish an ATV park include public involvement, concept evaluations, cost comparisons, and alternatives for the board to consider. Commissioner Jim Coletta says public input from the stakeholders, the ATV riders, should be able to provide the best direction for the park.
They came up with numerous ideas.
Yes, sir.
For us to micromanage it at this point in time would be a terrible disservice to the people that know what they want. I doubt if anyone here is ever going to go ATV riding out there, so let's let them get into this process. They were talking about such things as looking at the possibility of getting the right-of-ways along canals for long areas to be able to go, looking into the possibility of power lines to be able to accompany some sort of land lease or purchase to be able to expand the areas that they're using. They were coming up with some very, very creative ideas, something that I never heard before. We also know that we've received several calls, and I've had several people approach me that I told them was too premature, and I couldn't talk to them regarding possible purchase of their lands. There's really just a market out there. Let's let this thing go its own way and then come back and find out what they want and what's doable and then go from there. That was the whole idea. It is vague, you're right about that, but we're still trying to find the will of these people that have not been served.
We will keep you posted with the progress of this project as it continues to develop. In a 3-2 vote, the board approved the state's recommended model fertilizer ordinance. The state mandates that all counties approve an ordinance that is at least as restrictive as the one recommended. Here are some of the details of the new ordinance.
The Board of County Commissioners approved the state model ordinance this morning. It provides for requiring commercial applicators to get training. It limits the types of fertilizers that can be applied to fertilizers that have been tested and shown not to increase stormwater runoff pollutants. It restricts the annual application rates as well as the per application rates. And we'll try and, we will provide an education program to help bring people up to speed on the requirements of the new ordinance.
The board is planning to revisit the issue in the future to craft an ordinance that is more suitable to Collier County. Commissioners amended the Ave Maria DRI as well as their stewardship receiving area that will allow them to divide Town Center 2 into 2 separate town centers, designated as 2A and 2B. This move will clear the way for Arthrex to expand their Collier County operation in that area, should they choose to do so.
We have to think about what's best for the taxpayers in our community and what's best for the Ave Maria people, for goodness sake. This is something that they need to move forward with. And taxpayers, as we all know, as commercial business grows, if we can get it to grow, they pay the giant share of our taxes, which brings our taxes down lower. My goodness, we're one of the lowest paying tax-paying counties in the entire state of Florida, and that's because we try and encourage business, and we need to do that, and we need to stop discouraging or thwarting efforts and move forward.
We here at Collier Focus will continue to track the potential Arthrex expansion in eastern Collier County. Commissioners adopted the maximum 2012 millage rate, which will be $3.56 per $1,000 of taxable value. In July, the county received the taxable value statements as a part of the annual truth in millage or TRIM process. Budget Director Mark Isaacson gives us the details of the process.
After we receive that information, we adjust all the funds that receive property tax revenue, and that ultimately compiles a tentative budget, which the board received on July 15th, again part of the TRIM process. We'll move forward now into the budget hearings in September 8th and the 22nd at 5:05 p.m. And the board will culminate with approval of the budget on the 22nd of September. We'll finalize all of our truth and millage requirements that we have to provide the Department of Revenue, and we'll send that package off on or about middle of October.
The final 2 budget hearings are set for September 8th and September 22nd. The board recognized Salazar Machine and Steel as their business of the month. Salazar Machine and Steel specializes in machinery for packing houses. They are also the only Florida outlet for citrus truck haulers and loaders. Salazar recently expanded to a brand new 20,000 square foot facility in Immokalee that is creating new jobs. Congratulations to Salazar Machine and Steel for being named Collier County's Business of the Month. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, NFL grade and Immokalee alum Edgerrin James hosted his annual football camp in Immokalee. We'll show you the action. And the Coastal Zone Management Department continues its efforts to eliminate abandoned boats. All of that and more when Collier Focus continues. Welcome back to Collier Focus. On Monday, July 25th, Immokalee alum and longtime Indianapolis Colt Edgerrin James proved you can go home again and do great things for your community.
The Immokalee Sports Complex hosted the Edgerrin James Youth Football Camp. and Collier County Commissioner Jim Coletta honored Edrin James by presenting him a proclamation recognizing his community service.
And whereas Immokalee High School and NFL star Edrin James is hosting a football camp for young people 6 to 18 years old, benefiting the children of the Immokalee area, and whereas the host, Edrin James, will share his love of football, teach fundamentals, and communicate the importance of discipline, hard work, and respect in dealing with challenges both on and off the field. There, now be it proclaimed by the Board of Collier County Commissioners of Collier County, Florida, that July 25th, 2011 be designated as the Edrin James Foundation Football Day in Immokalee. We're just so pleased the Collier County Commission has issued a proclamation. Parks and Recs has helped to put together this day, and the youth is absolutely enthralled and looking forward to what they're going to be able to do, not only to learn a little more about football, but be able to emulate the positive qualities of Mr. James and all that he's been doing.
The camp started with some stretching and warm-ups. Edrin took part, running right along with them.
Feel like 1999, 1995, back in the day, same feel.
Camp continued with some friendly competition. Running the 40-yard dash, then working through some drills to hone their skills.
Hey, nobody will never get the ball. If you ever have this ball right here sticking out right here, they can always rip it out, all right? Here we go. So make sure when you got the ball, it ain't never showing this point or this tip. You got it right here, the 4 points of pressure, they'll never get it.
Leading up to the start of football season, this large camp was always a dream of Edrin's.
Well, I always wanted to do a big football camp here in Immokalee, and the timing of it is leading up to football season, you know, and as I started making my way out of the NFL, you know, it was something that I wanted to continue doing and wanted to try to make sure I'm hands-on and taking part in. And I got with the Parks and Recreation and a couple of people around here, and they was all for it, so we said we're going to start doing it every year.
This year's camp was a success and enjoyed by all.
I love it because I love playing football.
We are right in the midst of rainy season, and you may have noticed there is no escaping the large number of mosquitoes this summer, regardless of where you live in Collier County. Some mosquitoes have the potential to carry diseases such as West Nile virus and Eastern equine encephalitis. Because of the potential occurrence of these diseases, the Collier County Health Department and the Collier County Mosquito Control District would like to remind local residents that it is important to practice the 5 Ds of personal protection. Avoid dusk and dawn when mosquitoes are the most active. Dress appropriately by wearing long pants and a long sleeve shirt, shoes and socks. Drain artificial containers which hold water and will produce mosquitoes, and use repellent containing the active ingredient DEET. We wanted to take a minute and give you an update on the new FEMA Digital Flood Rate Insurance Maps, or DFIRMs. These maps, which will change many Collier County homeowners' flood insurance needs, have been the point of a lengthy negotiation between the county and FEMA. The debate has centered on whether or not FEMA is using the most current, accurate LIDAR mapping information. Growth Management's Robert Wiley gives us an update.
The county had an open opportunity back from February. It ended for a 90-day comment period. The county submitted an appeal, and there were over 30 landowners that submitted protests. So we're wrapping all those things up. FEMA has to address each of them. And as we wrap them up, we have to evaluate them, make sure everything's correct. So we just submitted back to FEMA the county's latest version of the appeal that went in last week. We think it's probably going to finalize somewhere within the next couple months. We should be having the map wrapped up. So somewhere in the neighborhood of late September into maybe early November. Again, it's a window of time there for FEMA to go through its mandatory processes for public comment, and then we should see the maps get finalized. At the point the maps are finalized is then up to the Board of County Commissioners to decide when they want to make them the official map that we use for regulation here. That has to occur at least within 60 days after FEMA finalizes the maps. So we're looking end of the year into spring of next year before, at the maximum time frame, the maps will become effective.
If you want more information on the new FEMA flood map process, visit colliergov.net/flood maps. The county's Coastal Zone Management Department has been working hard to fight the ongoing problem of derelict vessels in our waterways. The Coastal Zone Management applied for and received a grant from the Florida Boating Improvement Program in the amount of $13,020 for the removal of 4 derelict vessels. Forming local partnerships will be key to fighting this problem in the future.
We've put together a partnership with the Collier County Sheriff's Office Marine Unit, Collier County Sheriff's Office Dive Team, Road and Bridge Transportation, and Coastal Zone Management Department and FWC to help remove these derelict vessels without costing the taxpayers any money.
This partnership has saved the county over $17,000 by using in-house resources to remove the derelict vessels. While it has been a quiet start to the hurricane season, you never can tell when the tropics are going to start heating up. The Collier County Emergency Management Department wants to remind you not to let your guard down. If you have not reviewed your hurricane plan this year or made sure your hurricane survival kit is fully stocked, now is the time to do just that. Remember, the rule is that you should be ready with enough supplies to take care of you and all of your family members for 72 hours. So remember, review your plans now so you are prepared if a storm is forecast to impact our area. If you need help developing a plan, visit collierem.org. Now let's take a look at some upcoming Collier County government meetings. The following meetings are all held in the board meeting room on the 3rd floor of the main administration building, 3299 Tamiami Trail East at the Collier County Government Center, unless otherwise indicated. On Monday, August 8th at 9 a.m., the Conservation Collier Land Acquisition Advisory Committee will meet. The Contractors Licensing Board will meet on Wednesday, August 17th at 9 a.m. The Planning Commission will meet on Thursday, August 18th at 9 a.m. There are 5 County Commission redistricting meetings scheduled for the month of August. 1 meeting will take place in each current district. These meetings are scheduled as follows. On Tuesday, August 16th at 7 p.m., there will be a redistricting meeting at the BCC Chambers on the 3rd floor of the Administration Building, 3299 Tamiami Trail East. On Thursday, August 18th at 7 p.m., there will be a redistricting meeting at Veterans Community Park, 1895 Veterans Park Drive in Naples. On Thursday, August 23rd at 7 p.m., there will be a redistricting meeting at Golden Gate Community Center, 4701 Golden Gate Parkway in Naples. Monday, August 29th at 7 p.m., there will be a redistricting meeting at the Immokalee Community Park, 321 First Street in Immokalee. On Tuesday, August 30th at 7 p.m., there will be a redistricting meeting at the Growth Management Building, 2800 North Horseshoe Drive in Naples. The Board of County Commissioners will hold a public budget hearing on Thursday, September 8th at 5:05 p.m. And on Tuesday, September 13th at 9 a.m., the Board of County Commissioners will meet in regular session. For more information on Collier County government or to inquire about other meetings that have been scheduled since the taping of this program, contact the Communication and Customer Relations Department at 252-8848 or via email troymiller@colliergov.net. You can also click on our website at colliergov.net for more information. Well, it's time for a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's going on in the county parks when Collier Focus continues. Welcome back to Collier Focus. Now, let's take a look at some of the many fun and interesting programs being offered through the Collier County Parks and Recreation Department. The Golden Gate Aquatic Facility offers youth aquatic lessons for children in 5 different levels based on their current abilities. There are several options for dates and times, so if you want more information on schedules and costs, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you have arthritis and are looking for a low or no impact exercise, then the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility has the answer for you. Instructors for these classes are all trained by the Arthritis Foundation, and the exercises are specifically designed to give you a good workout with little or no joint impact. Classes are Fridays and Tuesdays from 11 a.m. until noon and are $5 each. If you want more information on the arthritis exercise class, call the Golden Gate Aquatic Facility at 353-7128. If you are interested in quilting, then the Naples Quilting Club is the place for you. They meet every Thursday from 1 to 3 p.m. at the East Naples Community Park, and the cost is free. If you feel like trying the tango, then sign up for ballroom dancing classes. This course will introduce and review a new dance each week, including the foxtrot, the tango, the rumba, and swing dancing. So put on your dancing shoes and meet at East Naples Community Park on Fridays from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The cost is $5 per class. Learn how to be the best babysitter at Babysitting Boot Camp. The course is designed to teach all the basics in babysitting, including CPR and first aid training. Participants must be 11 years old and must attend all classes. For more information and costs, call 252-4000. If you're having trouble controlling your canine, then basic dog obedience may be just what you need. Using consistency, repetition, and positive reinforcement, this course helps owners learn how to communicate with their trusted companions. You will also learn handling skills, basic obedience, cues, and verbal commands. Basic dog obedience is for dogs 4 months to 10 years old. The class meets on Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. at Veterans Community Park. For cost information, call 252-4000. There's a whole lot more to do in Collier County, not mentioned here on Collier Focus. For information regarding the location of county parks and other activities, contact the Parks and Recreation Department at 252-4000 or the Collier County Communication and Customer Relations Office at 252-8848. Well, that's all the time we have on this edition of Collier Focus. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.